Hey, this is BlindFox, so welcome at my Ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe, and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today is the dinner portion of our MRE International Ration Pack, Day 4, and it expires in 2023. And as I said before, I bought this from a third-party supplier, so this might have been packed especially for them, since I didn't find anything close to this on the MRE International website. And stuff we've got left is of course our sugar, we've got our gum, that's normal little gums. We've got the water purification stuff, we've got our matches still. There's the little bags, which is really cool bags. You can actually make your stuff in it. I'm not going to try, don't want the thing to burst in the house. I do not know if I'm going to film one outside sometime. It's a bit difficult because the light is, there's a place I can actually film here nicely. But anyway. So what we are going to have is my absolute non-favorite, pap. All of the cultures in South Africa eat it. I don't like it. It is a maize product, not sweet corn. It's, if you remember the samp, this is just finer, but it's not as fine as the porridge, although you can get finer sort made in this way as well. The difference is the fluidness or the stiffness of the pap. When you eat it for a breakfast, it's much more porridge-like. When you eat it with a stew or something else, it's much more sort of stiff or crumbly, it depends. In fact, the one name for it is krummelpap, the other type is stewepap, which basically means crumbly porridge and stiff porridge. This one I'm not sure which one it is. I don't like either because of the texture, maybe mainly it's. You get something between this and samp, which is still fine for me, but this is just too, I don't know, too granular. I just don't like it. But people do, and my family do, and a lot of people eat this. As you say, you get a tart that's made of this and cheese and mushrooms and tomato relish that you put into layers. So reminiscent of that, we will have our little cheesy with this. We're going to have some Brevitas and cheese, coffee, oh sorry, this is the tomato sauce we're going to have as well with the stew. Coffee for me for consolation, since I have to struggle through this. And we've got our stew, which is very runny. So I'll go and heat up this and see if I can keep this all separated. This is 150 grams, this is 200 grams. Make the coffee and we'll be back, then I will charge my battery. I see it's low in the meantime. So let's start with our porridge or our pap. Why? Because I don't like it. And let's just do this. Ah, there we go. So normally I used to put the starch in here, but the pap, you will see, is very much gloopy today. Here we go, you will see it's very stiff, much stiffer than the morning porridge. This particular pap, very fine structure. Not as thick as those, or not as coarse as those that I'm used to. Taste maizy. Doesn't have the raw taste that some of these does have, which well is a good thing. Our mutton stew, very runny. Oops, wrong one. A savory taste. You do taste the meat, very saucy. I'm gonna mix a bit of this and this. So very saucy lamb stew. Nice savory taste. Quite accurate because you do eat a saucy thing with this. Let's just drink a drink of coffee. That was hot. So, as I said, some people do sort of a mix, cheesy pap mix. And they of course add other stuff in there as well. We of course don't have it. So Being that the pop goes quite well actually with the stew, as it should go, since that's how it is eaten traditionally. We'll mix this in. You just add some more. Do have a whole thing to add in here. Immediately changes the taste of the maize. It's sort of starting to dominate. Taste here. So let's taste. Cheesy does taste the change of the change the taste of the maize. Get rid of the maize taste. We'll add a bit of the. Not gonna add it on the porridge. That I'm not that fond of tomato sauce. Let's see what it does to our stew, and then we'll add the pop, or some of the stew with the pop again. Might add a bit of tomato in here, so we're gonna mix some of this. I'm not gonna, of course, gonna take a small bite of this, and then some of the stew. And it does go well. The cheese and the maize and the stew does go well together actually. So if you get this, do mix your cheese with your maize, and then you can eat it with your stew. Either mix the stew and the maize. That will make it a bit thicker and interesting. I'm not going to do it at the moment, but not bad. So the cheese, we do know it's cheddar and it's salty. And it's prefab cheese. This Previta, not salted, tastes like dried bread, more or less, because it's a wheat thing, or grain thing anyway. So you get that grainy bready taste, just a bit more grainy tasting, and the crunch with the cheese, and it goes well. Which well isn't bad. I'm not going to review this. This is just normal gum, nothing special. And our coffee. Hope it cooled down a bit. Not a bad coffee. So what did I think about this MRE International Day 4? The pop was a bit more soft than I'm used to this. This is, can sometimes be very dry and somewhat raw tasting. I'm still not a fan of it. The stew, it's just nice and hot, savory taste. The tomato sauce does give it a bit of a more tomato tasty ketchupiness. There is not a strong, although there might be tomato in there, not a strong tomato taste, but it's more a savory taste. It's surprisingly non-fatty tasting, being mutton. So porridge, the cheese did improve it for me. There is of course a salt here somewhere, but you can add as well. But since I added the cheese, I think there's enough salt. Previtas was nice, the cheese was nice as always, and the coffee was nice. So that was our review of the MRE International Ration Pack Day 4. And I think this is a special ration pack for the distributors. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.